We make decisions every day. Some of them are small and easy to make, like what we'll have for breakfast. But some things are more complex, like the kind of care and treatment we receive. All of these decisions, the big and small, affect our health and the health of those around us. And as we learn more, we should adapt and change to make things easier for everyone. Hello, I'm ACE, the Mental Capacity Act. Things are changing, not just in Wales, but in England too. I've been at work for a while now, but the old way of doing things was tired and confusing. It's time to change. So I'm teaming up with my new friend Libby to make it easier and simpler for you to support people making decisions about their health and welfare, and better protect those who can't consent to their care.
Hi, I'm Libby, the Liberty Protection Safeguards. The old guidance, the Deprivation of Liberty Safeguards, has been working with ACE for ages, but it's time for an update. With ACE and me working together to make things easier to understand and protect human rights, what could go wrong?
Exactly. Part of the problem has been too much paperwork. We're refocusing the process on the people who use it. We need the right information to make any decision, and what's more important than our health and well-being? Part of why I'm here is to make sure people have everything they need to decide about their care and treatment. But what if a person can't make that decision alone?
When someone can't understand or absorb the information needed to decide the best treatment, they may lack mental capacity, and that might need someone else to make that decision for them. But they still have a right to be involved in their care.
Always, and we're here to make sure it's easy for everyone to access that right. For some people, the right support to keep them safe might include restrictions on their freedom. That might mean supervision or having to live at a specific place.
That's right. One of my most important jobs is ensuring any restrictions on someone's liberty are regularly reviewed and are as minimal as possible.
Something that's not changing is what a deprivation of liberty means. If you're under constant supervision and control and you can't live where you like, then there are deprivations of your liberty.
That might mean being a patient in hospital, living at home, a care home, in supported accommodation or shared lives accommodation. It doesn't matter. One of our new superpowers is that we apply to the arrangements for a person, not the institution where they live.
Which means we can make sure people are in the best places with the best support to help them live their lives.
What else is changing, ACE?
We've included 16 and 17-year-olds in the legislation for the first time, so we can treat anyone who needs care as quickly as possible.
Right. Everyone makes decisions about health and welfare, so it's crucial everyone understands the process and how it works. Take us through it, ACE.
Well, we always start with checking a person has all the information they need to consent about any proposed treatment or care. That might mean getting admitted to hospital, treatment at home, or within a care home.
Exactly. But we already know a person might not be able to make decisions because they lack mental capacity. So whoever suggests treatment or hospital admission will complete a capacity assessment. We're not just assessing whether a person can make decisions, but the kind of decisions they can make. Some people, for example, will be able to decide what they want to wear or eat, but not where they should live or the kind of care and support they need to live healthily.
At the same time, we'll gather and assess evidence of any mental disorders to see if we can understand why a person can't make a decision. We have to make sure the proposed care is proportional and necessary to keep restrictions minimal.
My new LPS framework has 3 assessments. 1. The person lacks capacity to consent to care arrangements that add up to a deprivation of liberty. 2. They have a mental disorder. 3. The arrangements are necessary and proportionate. It's what makes me and ACE work so well together. We complete the assessments as part of ACE's MCA process, so we can use them as a basis for legally authorising a deprivation. to protect people under my new process, LPS.
The next step is a pre-authorization review by a staff member in the local authority or LHB, who are the only ones who can authorize a deprivation of liberty.
The other major part of the process is appointing an advocate to support the person.
And we don't just consult professionals. Friends and family are important too.
Remember though, you can't use me if the Mental Health Act 1983 is used instead.
That's very important. If and only if the process has been followed and there's enough evidence that deprivation of liberty is proportional and necessary, then an LPS can be granted.
But only if we both agree, right?
That's right. I confirm that all the necessary steps have been gone through. There's no sign-off without both of us.
How long does an authorisation last?
Only a year to start with, then another 12 months, and up to 3 years after that. Plus, there are regular reviews to make sure that the provided care is the best option.
To find out more about how the LPS and MCA will affect how you give support, go to gov.uk and search for MCA and LPS.